Hi everybody, it's Sophie from littlebrownharevintage.com. I just started painting some Kilner jars. In America I think that they're called mason jars, but basically they're glass jars. For my competition, I ran a competition on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/littlebrownharevintage. I'll link it down below. So I announced my winner yesterday, and I'm just painting the jars for them. And I thought, should I do a tutorial on this? Should I not? And then I thought, oh no, it's so simple, people won't be bothered. But then literally I've just seen on Facebook somebody questioning how to paint glass jars, so I just thought it's meant to be. So I'll just do you a quick tutorial. As you can see, I've already actually started painting. But basically what I did was I'm using old white, took some old white on my brush. You need a relatively thick coat. And then I just painted on the jar. So I'll just kind of show you what I did. In fact, there's a little hair on there to get that off. So I just painted, and when I paint, I just paint around like this. So you kind of paint around the jar, and then you won't get any kind of brush strokes, and you'll get a smooth finish. I mean, it depends what you want. If you want that kind of more shabby look, then crisscross away. But yeah, that's just how I've done them. So I paint the outside of the jar, not the inside, because then it does mean that people can put flowers and things inside them if they want to. Plus, I mean, painting the inside of a jar is going to be a pretty big ask. So I just tend to put my hand in like that, and then I can paint all the way around. I will paint the bottom. I've obviously, I've not done that yet because I'm going to wait for the rest to dry first. So I'll wait for this to dry, put on a second coat, and then I will show you how I just wet distress it slightly on the front to bring out the lettering. Okay, so the Kilner jars have dried now, and I've done a second coat. I'm really sorry for the drastic change in lighting. I had to take my dog out for a walk in between drying. It's really important to let your whatever you're painting dry properly. If you don't, then the paint can kind of drag and make little balls. So anyway, in the meantime, whilst I've been out, it's suddenly gone pitch black. So hence why I've had to try and make it a bit brighter in here. But anyway, I've painted my Kilner jars now. So that's, there we go. So that's what they look like now that they're finished. I mean, you can't really see much except that they're matte white. I've also painted the underneath white as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wet distress, and I'll just bring out the writing a little bit more where it says Kilner. On an American one it might say ball mason. So I prefer to use wet distressing than sanding, just because I think it's slightly more gentle, and with something like this I personally don't like them to be too distressed. I think it can maybe look a little bit contrived, so I like to just go steady. And I just find that wet distressing gives me a bit more control over what I'm doing. So I've just got a wet, it's not wet, it's damp. I've just got a damp cloth here. And all I'm going to do is just really gently wipe the raised lettering. So as I'm wiping, you can see the lettering start to come through. It's really difficult to do this so that you can see, but I'm just wiping, I'm just being really gentle, and as I wipe, the lettering's coming through. So I will just, it's quicker if I kind of face it towards myself. I've just got my finger in the end of the cloth there, and that just allows me to have a little bit of control. Where the paint's maybe slightly thicker, you might need to press a little more. But there we go. So that's taken me, you know, a few seconds, and already you can see the words. And then I quite like to go over the arch as well. So there we go. So now you can see where it says Kilner, and then I also kind of tend to distress around this raised bit that's at the bottom here. So again, I'll just take my cloth and just gently wipe away on any bits where I want the glass to kind of shine through, like that. Whilst I waited for those to dry, I made some little hanging hearts to hang on them. I've got some, oh, it's over here. I've got some, I think it's called jute twine that I'm going to wrap around the tops of the Kilner jars. And then I've got some teeny weeny hearts that I've made to go to hang on the twine. So these are chipboard hearts that I got from Hobbycraft, and I've painted them with French linen mixed with old white just to lighten it up a bit, and then I've just used the end of a paintbrush to dot the little dotties on. So I think that they will just look so cute. Let's see if I can kind of give you an idea. They're going to look really cute hanging onto the Kilner jars with the string. So when I have finished distressing, all I'm going to do is apply clear wax around the jars, and then they're done. So there's my Kilner jar, and look out, if you go onto my Facebook page or my website, which is littlebrownharevintage.com, you will be able to see pictures of the finished product. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Bye.